How's it going, yo? It's your boy, Cringe. My bad about the late post, man. I got a story for you guys, so it's not that long of a story. My internet went out, and it had been out for like roughly 24 hours from Sunday at like noon to just about today at noon. And it was bullshit, man. Like, it was total horseshit. Like, it was working fine, and then it was working fine Sunday morning, and then noon hit, and then it just stopped fucking working. Like, the internet connection status light was blinking like red for like 4 fucking hours, despite me restarting the modem and like tons of times or whatever. Eventually at like 4 p.m. the internet connection status went to like green, and I'm like, okay, dope. And I restarted the modem and stuff, and it still didn't fucking work. Didn't work the rest of the night, and that was fucking bullshit. And even this morning it was still fucked up. But like the light, my computer wouldn't connect to the internet, but the status light on the modem itself was green. Like, everything on it was green. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And finally contact my internet service provider. We run through troubleshooting for like 40 to 45 minutes with no success. They're having me do like all these little tiddlywink ass things. Oh, is it plugged in? Yes, it's plugged in, bro. Are there any loose wires? Like, no, there aren't any loose wires. And finally run through it all without any success. And then finally I'm like, dude, like, I can't sit here and do all this. Can we just set up a technician to come out? And then they're like, okay, cool. So we like get the thing for that's almost set up. And then just on a whim, just because I restart my actual computer, restart that, and I fucking got internet like instantly. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And it's like, yeah, you think that's something you think about, sure, but at the same time, like, what? Like, my computer's new, it's newish, like, it shouldn't have any problems. Like, I've had internet problems in the past, but I've never had to restart the computer for it to get internet if it had internet before. It's never happened to me one time, except today. So there was that. That's kind of silly. But like, what really threw me was that like the modem, it was like flashing red for like 4 hours from noon to like 4 p.m. yesterday. And so that really threw me off the whole, maybe it's my computer as a problem. It's like the modem's clearly fucking up right now. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's that. Today we're back on the channel we haven't been on in a while. Soul Pancake, we're back on it. It's their blind date series. And it's titled, What Do You Say If Someone Wants to Be Just Friends? Like, that's a pretty juicy title, man. It's got some scrumptious morsels in there for us, so I'm confident of it. I have not seen this, but yeah, man. I wonder what this shit's gonna be about, bro. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive in. This intro is melodramatic, man. You only have one shot to make a first impression when you're on a blind date. Chill, bro, chill. Some of the best stories start off where romantically they weren't into one another. It happens, like, you hear about it though, you know what I mean? And then like they hang out or whatever. As it turns out, he puts her on game to like, I don't know, bowling, and she like has never tried bowling before, and it was kind of fun, and he's like good at it, so he can like teach her all about it. Or he's never done like glass blowing before, and she's like really good at glass blowing, and she like shows him all how to do it, and it's interesting, and he sees another side of her. Some of the best romantic stories start off with the two people not liking one another, so to try to make it seem like you have to like each other right off the bat is I don't know. It makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, doesn't really apply all the time.
One assumption that I think a lot of people make about me is that I am a scary individual. I got picked on a lot as a kid, so I went through the trouble of making myself look as intimidating as possible. Granted, I have been described as just a big teddy bear.
Sometimes people assume I'm mean. I think it just takes a while for me to open up to people. When you get to know me, I'm extremely goofy, and I think people don't realize that about me until I hit them.
Oh my God. Look at her face. Oh. Why do they both look like bummed? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, why do they both look like fucking goddamn it? I'm just saying, man, micro expressions, you guys. Like, they're both doing more than that right now. They're not really micro, but I'm just saying. They both look bummed out.
Your name is Carrie, and this is your story. You are 30 years old. For work, you are a receptionist. You grew up in Brooklyn, and your cultural ethnic background is Irish.
My name is Rachel. I am 40 years old. I am a bartender. I grew up in Long Island, and my ethnic background is Israeli and Russian. Your name is Tommy, and this is your story. You are 29 years old. You are a construction worker. You grew up in Queens, and your cultural or ethnic background is Puerto Rican.
My name is Darren. I'm 35. For work, I'm an actor and an artist. I grew up in Yonkers, and my cultural ethnic background is, yes, Puerto Rican, despite my Irish name. And I'm shocked that you knew I was Puerto Rican right off the bat.
I'm glad you thought I was 30. I'll take it.
Why did you think I worked in construction?
I think it's probably the cross chain. That could be it, and maybe your build probably led me to believe that.
With dating and relationships, it's been very, very, I would say hit or miss, except it's been mostly miss. A lot of girls that I take interest in, they let me know right off the bat that they want nothing to do with me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Right off the bat, though? That is fucking crazy. It's devastating to hear, man. I don't know about you guys. When I was younger, I saw this show. It was called, Oh, yeah. It was like The Pickup Artist, and it came on VH1 with Mystery. Do you guys remember this show? Dude, this dude could be on that show, man. Mystery would put you on game to all types of shit, man. Dude, that dude could pull any woman. Even though it was like a TV show and maybe scripted, still. Then there was this dude on there. His name was the Matador. He could also pull women, bro. I swear to God, the footage of this goddamn TV show needs to be in the fucking Smithsonian, bro. Like, this shit is so fucking valuable. Simply because of the reason he takes these young broken birds and he shows them they can fly, bro. You can still fly, bro. I got you. How touching, man. They don't make shows like this anymore. They really don't.
My experience so far with love and relationships is pretty much like a roller coaster. What's been hardest for me to find is like a genuine connection. If you find a friend that you can make into a relationship, that's kind of the most ideal situation. That's happened to me once before, and it was amazing. And I know that that's how, if you're in a relationship, that's how it's supposed to be.
I don't know, man. Bartender. I don't know about that. Like any woman that I've come across who ended up being a bartender has always like, they just kind of been on one, like they've just had a very, very, like, they've a sense of entitlement. Like, their egos are just gassed all the way to the fucking moon. And, like, yeah, they're attractive, but it's like, god damn, you know, like, I don't know if I have all of the praise that they're looking for, you know. And, like, again, this is just my theory, but I feel like you have to think about it. Like, a woman who signs up to be a bartender, and, like, long term, not just like a job for like a few months or whatever, she signs up to be like a bartender long term. You have to think about the dynamics of that situation. It's like, in a bar, bartenders obviously serve the drinks, and then their customers, you know, regularly come up, they get drinks or whatever, and like, as the night goes on, from the opening of the bar to the closing of the bar, all of the customers typically get more and more intoxicated, right? And like, if this is an attractive woman handing out alcohol, she is gonna get, you know, they're gonna be drunk dudes that come in and like say whatever the fuck they're thinking when they look at her, you know, because they're drunk or whatever. And like, that is gonna happen throughout the night. And by the end of the night, this, you know, attractive woman's gonna have her ego gassed through the fucking roof, you know. And like, you have to think, like, every weekend, well, back when life was normal before like the pandemic, like every weekend that would be happening, bro. Every fucking weekend. And so like, over a long enough period of time, like, this woman's ego is gonna be through the fucking roof, bro, through the roof. So for those reasons, like, again, obviously not every female bartender, right? But I'm just saying, for those reasons, I'm very, very reluctant to investigate women who are bartenders, like, long term. Like, I'm very reluctant to do this.
Your favorite thing about high school was volleyball. You applied to 2 colleges, and in high school you would describe yourself as shy.
My favorite thing about high school was acting class. That's the only thing I can remember that far back. I applied to just 1 college, which I actually got into, and I was shy. So for you, your favorite thing about high school was your friends. You applied to 3 different colleges. In high school, I think you would describe yourself as a thespian.
All right. I didn't go to high school.
Yeah.
At all.
Wow.
My father pulled me and my 4 sisters, put us into this schooling program that the Board of Education did not recognize us as students. I had to get my GED to be able to join the Marine Corps.
Isn't that like legally required as a parent? You have to, I don't know if you have to like put them in school, your kids in school, but don't you have to like provide them an education or the opportunity to get an education? I think so. I could be wrong. I'm not a parent, but
applied to any colleges because didn't graduate. Described myself as a thespian. I didn't even know what that was at the time.
Okay. High school for me was traumatizing. I was kind of going through the ugly duckling phase, and I was super quiet and super shy. Pretty much every year I was in a different high school. It was kind of just me and my mom fending for ourselves. She worked a lot, and I was home by myself a lot of the time.
I served in the Marine Corps for 4 years. It's one of the very few times I knew what a good day's work meant. There are good memories and there are bad memories. It's just that the bad ones you try to forget, and the good ones you can't seem to let go of because everything else around you doesn't seem to fit right anyway. Your most embarrassing moment was when a drink spilled on your blouse.
Dude, how is that a heavyweight, like, mad lib, you know? Like, maybe they're not aware of the categories, but I feel like they are to some degree. And it's like, oh, it says heavyweight shit. That means like the shit that's like a big deal. It's like, oh, she spilled a drink on her blouse once. Yikes. How does that factor in, man? It doesn't apply.
Do not sing to yourself. The last time you cried in front of another person was last year.
So my most embarrassing moment was when a coworker saw some risque pics in my phone.
Oh.
I definitely sing to myself, like every day. And the last time I cried in front of another person was yesterday. The most embarrassing moment you had was when you got turned down by a girl in front of your friends. You do not sing to yourself. The last time you cried in front of anyone else was 5 years ago.
I
Yo, this blind date doesn't have any chemistry, bro. Just saying. Like drinking a Propel water. It's like, where's the flavor, man? There's no flavor in this shit at all. I don't know if they're both super guarded people. I'm not really sure. Kind of sounds like they are, but at the same time, man, this is... You can hear like a needle drop. Just because they're so quiet. I don't know. Me personally, like, if the date isn't going well, I'm at least gonna have a good time. You know, like I'm gonna make jokes about shit that I think is funny, and I'm at least gonna have a good time in that regard, even if the fucking date is like tanking hard. I don't know, man. That's just me, though.
I do sing to myself. Not American Idol worthy. And
Okay, at least you know it. That's fine.
the most embarrassing moment I ever had was actually on set, and Charlie Cox, the actor who plays Daredevil, was there. I wound up having to bring in a Daredevil action figure with me to set, and wasn't trying to get the sign because I know we're working. This isn't a place to be a fanboy. This other background actor that was there basically got me into trouble. Charlie Cox is walking between us. He just bolts up and says, "He's got a doll for you to sign."
Oh.
I wanted to do some serious harm to that guy.
You.
And the last time I cried in front of other people was last month because my cousin George, who was my first martial arts instructor, had passed away.
I'm sorry.
You know, I said you were upset yesterday.
Well, I cried in front of my friend yesterday
cried in
because
front
I
of you.
felt safe to do that because we
you
tell each other everything.
Yeah.
You know, and it was in a restaurant, so that probably wasn't the best place to do it. But I know most men, like, it's frowned upon to cry. Is that the case for you, or are you kind of?
My second deployment, two of my pilots who I had made friends with wound up in a midair collision with each other. When they did the memorial, I tried keeping it to myself, but once I heard everybody else around me was just as sad, and there was no reason for me to try to, hold it in and just...
So it would take just basically death in order for you to cry.
I want to say yeah.
Right.
When I first saw you, I thought, I definitely would. You seem like a nice person. Like, I see the flowers on your jeans, but at the same time, your leather jacket. So I know you're tough, but at the same time, you do have a soft side, which is always appreciated. After this conversation that we've had, I decided that I still would date you.
Damn, what if he changed it, bro? That would have added some drama to this thing, man. This shit has been like kind of boring, bro. Did you see her shrug it off like, yeah, of course, I know you would? Look at this shit, man. Oh, she knew it. She knew it. I'm telling you, bro. These bartenders, man. These lady bartenders, bro.
So when I first saw you, I decided initially that I would not date you.
It happens.
Sorry. After our conversation, I still decided that I would not date you.
It happens.
But like I said, you seem really, really cool. I wish you all the best in your acting career.
I could tell, like, right from the beginning that this was not happening. I would still date you. I absolutely would. You seem like a nice person, and definitely, maybe be friends later on.
Sure. I'm one of those people that I need to feel that, like, immediate connection. Like, I kind of feel it in my gut. And I just wasn't there.
Understandable. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting.
And that is it. That is it. We did not watch Love blossom before our eyes, you guys. We just didn't. It wasn't there. You heard her. Why did the dude say he would date her after she's like, "You're not my type at all"? Which is basically what she said. And he's like, "I'd still date you though." It's like, bro, why? She didn't forget what you said 30 seconds ago, man. Why are you still saying that? I don't understand. But anyways, that's it.